In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw an isometric projection with the following dimensions. AB is given as 20. If AB is 20, this is also 20. AF is given as 30. If AF is 30, that means DE is also 30 because they have the same length. GF is not given to us. GK is given as 20, which is the same as QP. KP is 30, that means GQ is 30, FE is 30, AD is 30, and BC will also be 30. Now the total length is going to be 30 plus 20. That makes CF to be 50. Now we're not giving GF and QE. So to calculate for GF and QE, which is the same thing as QE, we are going to use the total length, the total height, which is 50. PH is 50. PH is given as 50. We'll deduct it from AB. AB is 20. So 50 minus 20, that gives us 30. So the first thing you are going to do if you want to draw the block in isometric, you draw a thin line and mark your starting points as S. Draw a thin line with any convenient radius. Mark a point on the line as S. The next thing, bring out your protractor, place it at point S, measure 30 degrees to the left-hand side and 30 degrees to the right-hand side. Then put a dot on it. Move on to the next one. Also put a dot at 90 degrees to be able to bring out the isometric axis. Now I need to connect all my points to S. Connect your 30 degrees to the left to S, connect 30 degrees to right and to X, then also connect the midpoint to S. The next thing to do is to bring out the measurements. So you go back to the drawing and see what was given in the drawing. So BC is going to be 30 because KP is 30, GQ will be 30, FE will be 30, AD 30, and BC will also be 30. Then CH will be the sum of 30 plus 20. That gives us 50. So my BC, I'm going to measure 30, then CH, I'll measure 50. So you bring out your ruler and measure 30. If it's more than 30, you erase it, but if it's less than 30, you can extend the line. So I have 30 on my left hand side, then I will take my ruler, I'll measure what I have on the right hand side. So I'll measure this to be sure I have 50 mm because the question says we should use 50 mm. So I have 50 mm from at my right hand side. So the midpoint, let me check what I have, what I need to measure for DC. DC is the midpoint. We have measured CH, which is 50. I've also measured BC, which is 30. So I'm left with DC. So DC is the same height as AB, and AB has been given to us as 20. So I'll go back to my drawing and I'll measure 20 on the midline. On the midline, I'll measure 20 mm. So I have 20 mm. I'll remove my ruler, go back to the drawing and say the next thing to do. So I've been able to establish these lines, line BC and line CH. So the next thing is to draw line AB, which is a vertical line with a height of 20 mm. So how do I draw the vertical line? To draw your vertical line, you need your set square. Place the set square on the horizontal line, pick up your pencil and project it upward. Take the line upward. So now when you measure 20, you now place your ruler to be sure it's equal to 20. I'll remove my set square, place my ruler on the line to be sure I have 20 mm. Very correct. So I have 20 mm now. Like in my other video, I told you that when you have two equal lengths, you do what? You join them together with a straight line. So I have 20 plus 20. All I need to do is to join it together with a straight line. So the next thing to do, I'll go back to the drawing to see what I need to draw. So I need to draw this line. So let me quickly mark out the part that I've drawn. So I've been able to draw BC. I've drawn BC, I've drawn DC. I've drawn line CH. I've drawn line AB. And I've also drawn line AG. So the next line to draw is line AF. In this video, I'm using a direct method. To draw line AF, we check the measurements for AF. AF is equal to 30, the same dimension with DE. AF and DE, they are equal to 30. So I'll go back to my drawing to draw the 30 millimeter line. So how do I draw this? I'll bring my set square again. I'll copy this parallel line. I'll make sure my set square is placed on the line, on the slant line or the receding line. Once it's placed on it, the next thing is just to copy and paste the line. How do I copy and paste the line? I'll place my ruler at the base of the set square. You hold your ruler firm to your paper. Hold your ruler firm to your paper and you move the set square. It's just like I want to copy this line, paste it here, and also paste it here. So I'll bring my set square, I'll move it to the point where I need to paste the line. So I'll bring out my pencil. I'll draw a straight line at that point. I'll draw a straight line at this point. Once I draw this line, I will remove my set square. Then I'll measure the line. Remove my set square, go back to the drawing. I'm to measure 30 mm. So I'll place my ruler on the line to get 30 mm. I have my 30 mm so I can erase the extensions. When you are drawing, you make use of thin line so that it will be easy to erase any mistake. So now I've been able to draw my 30 mm. The next thing is to also draw this line, which is also 30 mm AF. I've drawn DE. AF is also 30, so I'll repeat using the same procedure. Place your ruler by the side of your set square. Your set square must be positioned on the line you intend to copy. You position your set square on the line you want to copy, and you place your ruler on by the side of the set square. You place your ruler by the side of the set square and you drag it to the point where you want to paste. I want to copy this line and paste it at this point. So I will need to drag. How do you drag? You place your hand on your ruler, let it be firm, then you move your set square gradually to the point. Once you get to the point, you draw your line. You draw your line, then the next thing to do is to measure the line to be sure you have 30 mm. Take away the set square, place your ruler to measure the line. I need a 30 mm line. So, okay, I have an extension. I will erase it, erase the extension. So I have 30 mm. Then you can also confirm other lines to be sure you're on the right path. This is also 30 mm. Since I have two equal lines, all I need to do is to join them together with a straight line. So join the two lines with a straight line. The next thing to do is to bring out your set square again. You can confirm from the given drawing. Let me mark out the parts I've drawn. I've drawn line AF, I've drawn line DE. So I want to draw GF and QE. GF is equal to 30 mm. How do I draw the vertical line? When you're drawing a vertical line, you make use of your set square. Bring out your set square, position it at this point. Position it at this point and bring out your 30 mm length. Draw a straight line. In order for the line to, I want the line to be perpendicular. So I will place it on my reference line, which is the starting line. I'll place it on the starting line. I will set my set square to touch the tip where I need to place the line. So the set square will touch the base, will touch the line, the reference line as shown. To touch the reference line as shown, and the other part we also touch the tip, this point where I need to project my vertical line. So I'll just bring out my ruler, my pencil, and project it upward. Take it upward. Take it upward this way. Since I'm drawing it on both sides, I will also repeat the same process on the other parts. I'll bring it down here, make sure it's touching the reference line and it's also touching the tip at the same time. Once I'm able to get that, I will just project accordingly. So the next thing to do is to measure my lines. To measure the lines, it must be 30 mm. I'll place my ruler to get that. Place my ruler to get 30 mm. 30 millimeters. So it's not up to 30 millimeters. If it's not up to 30 millimeters, all you need to do is to extend the line. Like in the case I'm having here, I will extend it to 30. But if it's more than 30, you erase the line. Yes, I have 30. I'll also confirm the second line to be sure I have 30 millimeters. I'll come to the next line. It's not up to 30, so I will extend my line. I will extend my line to 30 mm. Okay, because I have two equal lines. All I need to do, join it together with a straight line. I'll join it together with a straight line. So in that case, I'm almost done with my drawing. So I want to mark out the part that is remaining. So I've drawn this. I've drawn line QE, line GF, and line GQ. The next thing to draw, the next line to draw is line QP and line GK. Line GK is given to us as 20, and which is the same as QP. I'll go back to my drawing to project the line. But I'm yet to draw a particular line, which is the height. The total height is PH, 50 mm. To draw 50 mm, just come with your set square again. Bring out your set square. Place it at the tail end of this line. Project a straight line upward. Take it upward. Take it upward. Bring out your ruler. Bring out your ruler to be sure you have 50 mm, because the total height of the drawing of the block is 50 mm. So I have more than 50 mm. I'll bring out my eraser, clean the remaining parts. So now I've been able to get another 50 line. This total height is 50, which is the same thing as 30 plus 20. That gives 50. So when you are having two equal lines, all you need to do, join it together with a straight line. So I've joined it together. The next thing is just to wrap up the drawing. Place your set square on the slant line. I need to copy this line and paste it elsewhere. I need to copy this line. So you make sure the set square touches the slant line perfectly well in order to be able to move the line. Then you place your ruler by the side of the set square. Place the ruler by the side of the set square to be able to move the set square without any error. So my set square has been positioned properly. I'll place my ruler, place the ruler by the side of the set square. Once it's set, all I need to do is just to move my set square. So now this is the next point I need to draw. I've drawn this. I want to move this line. I want to copy line QP and paste it here. Copy this line and paste it because they have the same length. So I'll just drag my set square from this point. I'll keep moving until I get to the point where I need to paste the line. But you need to hold your ruler firmly to the drawing paper. Then you now draw the line. After drawing the line, bring out your ruler again to measure the line. Bring out your ruler to measure the line. From the drawing, it's given as 20. So I'll make sure it's equal to 20. It's more than 20. I'll erase the remaining part. Erase the remaining parts and I'll remove my ruler. Since I have two equal lines, this is 20 and this is also 20, but I can confirm this line to be sure it's 20. Yes, it is 20, and this is also, no, this is more than 20. This is more than 20. Erase 0.5. Erase 5 millimeters from the line to be able to get 20. So once I have 20, I'll close it up because they're of the same size. I'll close it up with a line. I'll close it up with a line to be able to have my complete drawing. So this is an isometric drawing using the direct method. It can also be drawn using from a big boss. You can draw it from a big boss, but this is a direct method of drawing.